Welcome to my home gym. So a little background on me is I grew up in Canton, Ohio, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Regular kid, run around, jumping and playing, joined the Marine Corps at age 17 because I saw a guy in dress blues and I thought, man, I want to be that. So the Marine Corps honestly is really what kind of put me on a path. Even to this day, I still tuck my shoelaces in. That's one of the disciplines I learned as a Marine, and that has carried over into every aspect of my life. Married for 34 years to the same woman, Anita. We have two amazing kids, Taylor, who at this time is 33 years old, my son Mitch is 28, both awesome humans. And what I do for a living is I coach men over 40 all around the world. I have an online coaching program that has helped literally thousands of men transform their lives. So from this young kid in Canton, Ohio, I never imagined I'd be in the position I'm in today where you're asking me questions about me and my life. You know, it's been a lifetime in all honesty, but specifically as it relates to what you see here, and I'm going to show you everything. I've been at this probably since I moved into this house, 20 years. You cannot miss my house. If you're looking for me, I'm the only guy with a full-blown gym in his driveway and in the garage. We all need great ab equipment. My clients actually love this. So this is scalable in the sense that I could elevate this and make it harder. So this is specifically for core. Now the tire flip 180 got me famous on TikTok because I flipped this tire a couple times, I counted the reps wrong, and I went and did something else that I'll show you here later. But I blew up on TikTok because everyone's like, bro, why don't you get a real tire? This is an effective tool that is meant for functional strength. I go back and forth each side. I challenge another guy. We go until we can't train anymore. I mean, so much sweat has been put on this tire flip 180, and this is called the Havoc Mass. A buddy of mine gave me this. You can push this, you can also deadlift this thing, but this thing right here is a game changer. This separates the men from the boys when it comes time to train. I love this thing, man, and it makes a lot of heavy steel sound when you're lifting it. This is a sissy squat type of deal right here, and then you could go into ab crunches and a sissy squat. I could get a medicine ball and throw it to someone as I come up, so this is a really effective piece of equipment. These things people love to hate, but if you don't have one of these in your home gym, you're really missing out on a great piece of equipment that you can sprint on because this stays outside. There's no electricity needed. I can go as fast as I want or as slow as I want based upon where I'm at on the equipment, and boom, I just bail out like that. Two Assault air bikes. These are great. Everyone's seen the Assault air bike. Absolutely game changer as it relates to high intensity interval training. I can get after it. This is called the Revolver, but this thing is super cool on a cage. The Smart Sled. So you've seen sleds before. This Smart Sled, I turn it on, I can change the direction. So as I push this, it changes directions on me. My trainer, or me being the trainer, I can control this from an app on my phone. So this is a game changer. There's nothing else like this in the industry. This I got on TikTok. I absolutely love it. This is a converging chest press that is excellent for a home gym. This is a very versatile piece of equipment. All my buddies love it. My son was out here using it last night. This one was given to me by a company called RitFit. The bang for your buck on this thing is unbelievable. It doesn't come with these. I added these on afterwards. But the Smith machine, pull-up bar, the cables, plate loaded. It's got a storage rack back here. It is just an excellent, excellent home gym piece. Leg press, hack squat combo. So right now it's in leg press mode. I simply pull this and switch this from here to here. That's simple. So other implements, I've got kettlebells here ranging in different sizes. The Hammer King sent me this. This is super cool. Buckshot in here, make this heavier. It's 25 pounds as it is. Some straps here to train on. So I had mentioned that Tire Flip 180 got me famous on TikTok during the lockdown. I had on 3/4 length cami shorts. I had Cardi B playing in the background. It was the perfect troll setup. The trolls were ready to come and get me, but they blew me up on TikTok because I was also I did the tire flip, then I came over here and I did a couple reps on this. This is called the bullfrog. I was the president of this company And this company, we couldn't sell these things because it was so innovative. It was so unique, it was so different, but it's so challenging. I've been all over the NFL. I've had the best athletes on planet Earth on this thing, and everyone agrees how good it is. Unfortunately, we had to shut down the company because, again, we just couldn't sell it. So anyway, I still train on this every single night. I do at least 5 sets of the 4 different exercises. I won't get into them. We can talk about that later. Plyo boxes sent to me by Vito's Lifestyle. Shout out to Vito's Lifestyle. We got all sorts of stuff in here, man. Stuff that they don't even make anymore. Like this thing's called the Tornado Ball. It's a great core piece of equipment. Now we enter into the garage, thank God, because it's hot out there. I started training probably at 14 years old. I'll remember there's actually a bullworker up on the wall here in my gym. That is the very first thing that I've ever worked out with. So at the age of 14 years old, me, Tim Gillis, Eddie Beadle, and Scott Pizzuti had this. And what this is a device that's still in use today. It's spring-loaded. You would just press it. You could stand on one of these things right here and curl it. So we wanted to see who could get the biggest biceps. And we had a showdown on the playground at Clarendon School. And we were going around. This is the one. This is the one right here. We were going around and we were showing our biceps. And it came around to me and my bicep looked like this at the age of 14. So it all started at 14 and it progressed in the Marine Corps. When I started to play rugby in the Marines, I really started lifting weights with a guy named Gonzo. And then from there in 1988, my buddy Ernie Miller said, CB, you need to compete in a bodybuilding show. So not really knowing anything about the sport of bodybuilding, I jumped in a show, did the open class, won the middleweight and overall, and then that set me on a course to end up where I'm at today.
Clark Bartram is next on stage for the middleweight division.
So I said before that my goal now at the age of 60 with all of the knowledge and experience that I have is to do the least amount possible with the most possible benefit. So if I'm able to do an exercise, for example, that's compound, not like a bicep curl, because that's really not benefiting me overall, boosting my testosterone naturally, getting more bang for my buck, maximizing my time. If I could do something like a squat push press or a good deadlift safely, or a squat or a dip or a pull up with really good mind muscle connection and getting the most out of it, that to me is intense when other people might look at it and say, that's all you did? On the walls you'll see around here, we can look at that later, but if you're wondering in the background, these are magazine covers that I've been on throughout the years. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So this right here is really unique. Typically you only see this equipment in high-level strength rooms like colleges, D1 colleges, and professional weight rooms, professional football teams. Kaiser equipment is off of air. So instead of lifting a weight stack, this is air. So I can go as fast as I want on this without having weight stacks hit and without me injuring myself. It works just like any typical weight stack machine would, but again, I'm using compressed air just by pressing this. Go super heavy, super light, super fast, super slow. I can measure output, you can hear. That is the pumping more air in. This right here is the Kaiser Runner. This thing right here is a game changer. So I can lighten it up here, you can hear it. I can make it heavier here. So this simulates sprinting. I could also go heavy, do squats. This is a game changer. And again, you don't see this everywhere because if you know, you know. Jacked Up Fitness, shout out to Jacked Up Fitness. They sent me this cage. This is a higher end compared to the one I have outside. So it's got all the accessories, got all the dumbbells. They sent me these. Got these here, different companies, Grip Bell. But wait, there's more. So if you watch my series on Instagram, I debunked the myth of not recovering. Like the importance of recovery is what I want to talk about. So I have a whole recovery station back here. I've got a wet sauna right here. Got a little deal that makes the steam. So you got the steam sauna. I just go sit in here, chill out, sweat it out. Infrared sauna with red light in here as well. And it's great in the summertime because this takes no time to heat up. But this is excellent, and this is really really great before you get in the cold plunge. You ask people about the science behind cold plunging and all that. I don't know any of the science. Here's all I know. It makes you do stuff you do not want to do. And if you do stuff you do not want to do, it's easier to do stuff you don't want to do. But then, when you really want to relax, you got the hot tub right here, so you can jump in the hot tub. So my typical protocol is I get up, I come out here, I get in the hot tub, I get in the sauna, I get in the cold plunge, and then I go dive in my pool. And when I'm in my pool, I just float around in there, and that's where I center all of my thoughts under the water, in the pool, weightless, relaxing, chilling out. Then I go in, I take a bath. Now, do I do this every single day? Absolutely not. Could I do it every day? Yes, the benefits are there, but I'm no different than anyone else, man. Sometimes I'm too busy, or I call it too busy, whatever. Here's the bottom line. Make sure you're training, make sure you're recovering, make sure you're taking your supplements, and make sure you're being consistent.